Daith da, Howby Nakan. Welcome to podcast number 47. I hope you're all well again, and in this episode tonight I'll be following on from last week's where it was the first part of me interview with dear John Bennallick. So I won't talk too much because we'll get right into that. We've been a little quieter the last week, which is nice to catch up then on paperwork and everything. Although this Monday we nearly went over the border. We actually did have a funeral service at Burriton Methodist Church up Saltash. So you could almost see England in the distance. But anyway, I won't talk too long. I'll most probably round it off again at the end of the podcast and do me Cornish dialect and me Cornish word and that. So, but I will speak to you a little directly. But now I'll hand over again to John as we do the second part of his interview. So here we are again, John, and I know we talked a lot about your work and life, so perhaps we'll do a bit about your social life now and everything. And because I know I was talking to John Moon and he said that you used to do a lot of comparing for choirs and everything, is that right?
Yeah.
Telling stories and introducing things?
That's right. Yeah. Ivan Kessel had a choir.
Right.
And he always kept asking, would I join the choir? Because I did like singing. But I thought, well, if you're in a choir, you're committed. No good to think you can just go when they're out on their events. You got to go every Thursday night was choir night.
Yeah.
So I thought it couldn't be fair to the choir if I didn't stick to rules.
Yeah.
Joined St. Columba Choir when I was just after when I retired then.
Yeah.
Which was about 67.
Right. Brother
was 65.
Yeah.
And then that's when the Bennallick brothers went our separate ways then.
Yeah.
And so I was in the choir and that was fantastic because, we used to share concerts with other choirs. Went to Canada.
Did he?
I went with Wadebridge, St. Column and Wadebridge. Went to Canada.
Yeah.
And Ireland. We went to Ireland on another trip.
Yeah.
And nearly every village had a chapel.
Yeah.
And a church.
Yeah.
And there's always somebody wanted, got to raise funds,
Yeah.
And we was very, very active. COVID really have altered lots of things. And I think if the choirs are still going, then a lot of them are struggling.
Yeah.
And of course the young ones now aren't very interested.
No.
And, as the old ones go, you need replacements.
Yeah.
And we finished up. Well, we had a good conductor for several years. And Tony, he lived Wadebridge for a while.
Tony Turnoff?
Tony Turnoff.
Yeah.
Well, then he decided he was going up backwards where he come from, I think. Where his wife come from. So he gave up and we had it very difficult then to find anybody that sort of fitted.
Yeah.
And we got then see if people Thursday nights, well, some of them wouldn't turn up for practice. And then we were supposed to be going to Padstow. We used to go down Padstow to sing on the quay.
All right. Yeah.
On a Sunday evening. And we got that there wasn't enough.
No.
Or, to certain you've got to have your different sections. And which was a lady conductress then, she was. And look, she said, I can't take a choir out because she said, there's no tenors or whatever it was, not enough tenors. So then we had a meeting and then they decided, there's no point in going on.
No.
So, and different ones asked me to join their choirs, but I didn't. I said no. I've done that.
Yeah.
And I was getting older, see, then as well.
Yeah.
And that was You ain't supposed to be doing that.
Is that a cuckoo clock? Oh yeah, it's 12 o'clock.
12 o'clock. Yeah. That's about 20 hours.
20, oh, fair day.
Yeah. But, yeah, every hour he changes the bird.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't go by night because when they start, you don't go.
Oh, that's
You
clever.
don't keep nobody awake, you know.
That's clever.
So, yeah, where was I still? Yeah, well, when I was in the Army Cadets over Tregenessa, we had quite a platoon.
Yeah.
Sergeant Major McCullum would come up from Newquay every Thursday, and we was made back into soldiers really. Yeah. We enjoyed it. We was great shooting 303 shooting at Trinaran, out Blackhead, out St Arsel. We used to go Newquay doing pistol shooting, and then one weekend we went up Plaster Down, which was up Tavistock,
right?
And for about the weekend, and we had to act like soldiers up there, see. Yeah. And I know the first night, I was 16, I expect, 17, and right out on the moors, see, and heard someone outside, and was afraid to go out to see what it was. We were supposed to be on sentry duty, really.
Yeah.
And then when the daylight come a bit more, we found no sheep out there.
Oh, get away.
One more moorland sheep out there going around. But,
yeah.
But then one day, Sergeant Major McCallum said, look, he said, we could do with a few more funds, he said. He said, I think we ought to have a whisk drive here. That's up in the hut. In the hut.
Yeah.
That have your lamps, lanterns and whatever. Tilly lamps.
Yeah.
And he said, Lance Corporal Bennallick, he can be the MC.
Oh, can he?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I used to play whist. Mother and I used to play whist.
Yeah.
So I it was reasonably familiar with it.
Yeah.
So then we had a whist drive up there. And I think there was one or two other occasions where other people raised, like for running a whist drive, profits for the blind or whatever, their charity. But then see, when, they used to play over St. Wen, that was a bigger sort of thing over there. But when the hall was built at St. Wen, that made it really, really good. Because before we'd have to play in the school or something like that, and that was a bit of a mix up really. But with this new hall we had, we was able to, and St. Wen become really famous, I think you could say, for Christmas whist drives.
All right.
Every organisation would, want to raise money.
Yeah. And
every Friday before Christmas, and then there was too many whist drives booked, and I think they used to do some on a Monday or Tuesday.
Okay.
After, because the church used to do one for the church, school, Liberals, Conservatives. There was the Cubs from St. Column come up. They had whist drive for proceeds for their organisation. Another member was in St. Denis Melboys Choir, where he would organise one for St. Denis Melboys Choir. It was quite famous, really then. I'm sure a lot of people won't believe me, but it is honestly true that I think the most we ever had was 45 and a half tables over in the village hall.
Get away.
That was before, when the hall was built, the toilets was down below, down the back.
Right.
They weren't there, and the kitchen was only, I think, half the size of the kitchen is now.
Right.
We used to go over Withell, and there weren't any chairs there then. It was all forms, all forms.
Yeah.
And we managed to get 4 rows down through the hall.
Get away. That's some number, isn't it?
Eh?
Some number.
Yeah, correct. But because we had the narrow ones from Withell, we managed it. 45 and a half, I think it was. Might have even been 46.5, but I'll say definitely 45.5.
Yeah.
But then also you've got to remember, everybody smoked then, didn't they?
Of course. Yeah.
You know, to some old smeech.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, well, we done it, and you know, they would have a fowl's aid looking out of a essence bag.
Oh.
You know, yeah, all sorts of things, see?
Oh.
Just, well, you might say primitive.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think we had any turkeys as a prize, but...
Well, the fowl was a prize.
Oh yeah, you'll find fowls for prize, duck or whatever. Yeah, all sorts of things. So, you know, yes, and Wen really was famous for that. So I was an MC for that, and I tried to get it all sorted. But yeah, well, we managed it, and everybody enjoyed themselves.
Yeah, brilliant.
And see, they used to come from all over. Just before, I think it was before television, or just about. 'Cause I remember they had whisk drives down White Bridge, and I think the big star prize was going to be a TV set.
Oh, right.
You know,
Yeah.
because White Bridge had electric in them all early. But yeah, I see, you know, it must have been like on that sort of time.
Yeah.
And yeah, I play whist now quite a lot. It's going to die out because you don't get the young ones coming on. It's not for what you're going to make or what you're going to win. It's a social event.
Yeah. Yeah.
And a lot of the people that come whist drive are people who live on their own.
Yeah.
And and they really look forward to coming.
Yeah.
You know, even if there's now, we might get 5 tables now, but some less than that.
Yeah. Is that still up St. Wen then, is that? Or?
Yeah, every Friday up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we generally get about 5 tables, perhaps.
Yeah.
But some, you wouldn't get so many as that, but they still carry on. And, I don't know, we don't have any poultry or nothing like that. But we might have one from Lidl's or somewhere, you know, but he's all quiet and he's alright.
Yeah.
But, for me, earliest days, I suppose, I've always been interested in the chapel.
Yeah.
The chapel or church, well, that was the only place to go.
Yeah.
Eh? And, but I've managed to keep it up, and then I know I was out in the field there one day, and I heard a little old BSA bantam.
Right. Yeah.
Went on. And a minute or two after, he come back, stopped, and I looked up, somebody coming down across the field.
Right.
And this was the Reverend. He come down, he wants to see me, he said, wanted to know if I'd like to train to be like local preacher.
All right.
Basically a pair of trousers and old shirt hanging out. And I felt a little bit embarrassed. Then I realised now, of course, I shouldn't have.
No.
It wouldn't matter at all.
No.
But at the time, you think about it. And, well, I started going a little session with others.
Yeah.
And then I become a local preacher and used to go around different chapels.
Yeah.
Well, like with a choir and with concerts and that. They used to call on me to ask with, kind of compare to give the choir a break between items and stuff. I used to tell a few stories. And
yeah. Because was you made a bard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And on the Cornish board.
Yeah.
That's by invitation. You can't ask to be a bard.
That's right. Yeah.
Whoever is in authority kind of thing.
Yeah.
And feel that somebody have done something to promote Cornishness, Cornwall. It can be you might have learnt the language, you've got the dialect, or you want the traditions. See, I always say, some people say, well, if you weren't born in Cornwall, you weren't Cornish. Right, yeah. But I don't hold that view. Yeah. I say that because a lot of the boards weren't born in Cornwall.
No.
But there's people that have done things for Cornwall.
Yeah.
They preserved things, the traditions and everything, and supported it.
Yeah.
And I say, home is where your heart is. Yeah. And if your heart is Cornish, you're Cornish.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
And, I forgot the year now, but several years ago, they asked me if I would like to become a board. I'd somebody had to write something, like supporting, so that I was kind of worthy of that.
I see, yeah.
And which they did. And it is an honour that you can't buy it and you can't ask for it.
No, that's right.
But somebody got to acknowledge what you've done.
Yeah.
I am a Cornish board. You choose your name that you want. This is Cornish, in Cornish. And my bardic name is Westlor Wenna.
Right.
St. Wen's storyteller.
Oh, really? Yeah. Where did he go then when you were accepted?
Near Cannington or somewhere. I forgot. It was near Cannington. I can't remember exactly the name of the place.
Because they go somewhere different.
They've been Padstow this year.
That's right, yeah.
They've been in Padstow. There was a lot of Cornish boards from abroad.
Right.
Australia.
Yeah.
And America. Well, because see, wherever the Cornishmen have been.
Yeah. Their descendants and whatever.
Yeah, and they, a lot of the places, they still carry on, they still make pasties.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And I listen in the mornings now very often to, on the wireless here, every morning about these half-an-hour programs to this.
Yeah.
A lot of comedy. But there was one recently, an Australian program.
All right.
And one of the main characters in that story was Vernon Retallick.
Oh, get away.
Yeah. There was a lot of Vernon Retallick up here somewhere.
Yeah.
Now gift up his farming.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, you know, well, see, it originated that the Cornishmen went everywhere, but a lot of them went because of mining.
Yeah.
And when the mining failed in Cornwall.
Yeah.
And there again, see, what I feel bad about is that, and it's true of all empires, but it isn't just our empire, but every empire, they'll go somewhere and they will gather up all the valuable stuff, minerals, whatever worth anything.
Yeah.
But the ones that dig it out the ground still live in little hovels.
Yeah.
If you was a Cornish miner back in the 1800s, if you lived to you was 30, you was an old man.
Yeah.
Because arsenic and used to have, well, accidents going up and down the ladders and that. See, they're bound to be bad accidents.
Exactly.
And, so there's, you know, all sorts of things. One thing I will be able to say when I talk about St. Wen is that there was the famous Chapman family from St. Wen.
Yeah.
And they was champion wrestlers.
Yeah.
And all, and really, and there was 9 brothers from St. Wen, all, not at the same time of course, all left and went abroad.
Did they?
Yeah.
Really?
And some stayed out there and some come home.
Yeah.
And they went off as mining, for most of them.
Yeah.
Well, I know one went farming in Australia, but I think a majority went out as miners.
Yeah.
Because that was their skill.
Yeah, that's right. Because they say, don't they, where there's a hole in the ground, down the bottom you'll find
Cousin Jack.
Yeah, Cousin Jack.
Cousin Jack is there, see?
Yeah.
Or Cousin Jan.
Yeah.
And, there was, that really must be a world record for 9 from one parish, one family even.
Yeah, exactly.
When I suppose some perhaps made a success and left others know and they come out and so on.
Of course, yeah.
And I remember 2 of them. There was Jim Chapman over he farmed at Cransworth, or Cransa, we called it. He never married. He was one of the head miners.
Yeah.
And I remember they used to have an institute down those Nannan. And very often Sir Roland and myself used to go in there Saturday night.
Yeah.
And they had a little billiard table down there.
All right. Yeah.
And wasn't full size.
No.
But I don't know, he was 3/4 size. I don't know, smaller than proper one. But we used to go down and play a bit of billiards and that. And they did have occasional whist drives there in the institute.
Yeah.
And and then the old men would be there around the fire, Jim Chapman and Mr. Millet and different ones.
Yeah. Would
come there and have a good old yarn.
Yeah.
And that was a lot of families were trappers. One of my grandfather, when he was married, his occupation was rabbit trapper.
Get away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He went on farming after that, but
yeah.
Yeah.
And you said you used to drive the hospital car a bit when you retired?
Yeah, when I retired,
right?
I'd done nearly 20 years, I think.
Did he? Yeah.
Because I wanted to do something, so many people will retire and just come home and sit down. That isn't me.
No.
Because I've always done 100% in my work and 100% in my play, in my other work, other things. And you want to be doing something all the time. There again, you make wonderful friends. Sometimes there's funny things.
Yeah.
Some is very sad things.
Yeah.
I know one of the funniest things, I think, was I had two ladies riding in the back down near, taking them back from Trelisk. Oh, they was in the back. I mean, couldn't nothing to do with me, but one was saying to the other one, do you know, my William, he goes out into the garden every day after breakfast and he does not come in until tea time. Spends the whole day in the garden. But he said, I just can't get him to use the cat flap. There's another time I was coming out from Trelisk and there's a veterinaries on the left.
Yeah.
And they was doing the roads there. And there was a sign outside the veterinaries which the county council put up. Cat's eyes removed.
Brilliant.
Right?
It's good.
I don't know whether somebody had a bit of a sense of humour and put it there, but that was what it was. They was resurfacing.
Yeah.
They took all the cat's eyes out.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Brilliant.
But, I mean, what a marvellous invention that was, really, wasn't it?
Wasn't it?
Because...
yeah. Yeah.
I think I had a programme on about it back along, old chap. I don't know whether he made much money out of it, actually, his invention.
No.
But he said they rang that he saw a cat coming towards him and he suddenly thought of it.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah.
And somebody else suggested that if the cat was going another way, he might have invented the pencil sharpener.
So what transport did you have when you was younger then? Did you have, because a lot of them had motorbikes first before
No, I never had a motorbike.
No?
I had a bike.
Yeah.
And that was the thing about, see, we was coming when my Gran gave up. Granford died quite young, I think. And the three brothers that was there all had families.
Right.
Then.
Yeah.
And Gran wanted to retire and she went into Secound to live. Well, she was in this great old big house on her own. And she had a spinster, middle-aged spinster, used to live, or come here to live.
Right.
And every Sunday, there was a chap used to come on bike. I think he's from out Queensway. And it doesn't matter where it was. Every Sunday he used to come out and do a bit of cordon.
Oh, right.
Then one day she said, look, she said, I'll have to hand me in my notice because we can get married.
Right.
And somebody saw the new husband afterwards. So he said, what's married life like in Arthur? He said, tin like 'tis cracked up to be.
Oh, no. Oh, I like it.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Yeah, well then, see, we had to get somewhere. Father wanted a farm somewhere.
Yeah.
And there's the possibility we might have had one out near St. Column Road.
Right.
But that was promised to somebody else. Father was told if somebody else decide not to go there, you shall have it.
I see. Yeah.
Or we might have come St. Wen.
Yeah.
But I wanted to come St. Wen because if I come St. Wen, I'd have to bike from St. Wen into St. Column.
Yeah.
And I'd have to have a new bike, wouldn't I?
Completely.
That was my
That's your thinking.
thinking of it.
Yeah.
So then we come St. Wen then. And that was, we'd gone off a bit from the hospital car.
Yeah, we have. Yeah, that's my fault, that was. Yeah.
Then I went to one place up Bodmin, knocked on the door, and a woman come back. Oh, I said, is Mr. So-and-so in? Oh, he's out the back, hanging out the clothes.
Right.
Well, I said, I've come to take him to hospital. Oh no, he ain't well enough to go hospital.
And you were saying something else about young farmers with judging and all?
Yeah, we used to go stock judging.
Yeah.
And, Royal Cornwall, Bath and West,
Yeah.
Smithfield, that was always in the winter, or December, I believe that was.
Yeah.
And we used to go up Smithfield, and we'd be like representing Cornwall
Yeah.
for stock judging.
Yeah. Cool.
That was good. Well, it was good times, good experience.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
definitely.
really good.
And you were saying that when you was young, you did do the odd visit into Wadebridge?
Yeah, we used to occasionally, because I had an uncle, he was only in his teens, I think. He used to work for Mr. Salmon at Trevanson Farm.
Yeah.
And I think Mother used to take us, well, on occasion, took us down there, and I remember we was going up Molesworth Street, and then, the gate swung across the road because the train was coming through.
On the level crossing?
On the level crossing.
Yeah.
And I remember asking Mother, well, how did them do that? How did them do that? Well, she said, I expect a wind blowed in there, dear. She didn't want to know more. But then I think we went up Mr. Salmon's, and in the afternoon, I think his daughter, Betty, took us out across the fields, and we saw the train going on down towards Padstow.
Yeah, lovely sight. Yeah.
And, seeing me wife went, and they went to what old school. What was the private school called?
Lansdowne.
Went to Lansdowne School.
Yeah.
And they used to go down Grogley and ride down from there, bike down from Treliver down to Grogley, and get on the train. And I think on one occasion, it might have been more than once, but she only admitted to it once, my wife and her friend decided to hide under the platform. So they missed the down train to go Wadebridge.
Right.
And they waited for the train to come up. And they went and spent the rest of the day in Bodmin.
Oh, get away.
But it didn't work all that good because somebody saw him in Bodmin and reported to Father.
Oh.
So it probably didn't happen more than once.
No, exactly.
Back then.
Exactly.
So these little girls aren't always perfect,
No.
see.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, so, we didn't have a lot to do with, because we were always St. Column, and the market was St. Column. When St. Column Market shut, we was Wadebridge Market then.
That's right.
But then Wadebridge shut, we went St. Also.
Yeah.
Now it's all gone.
All gone.
There's only 2 markets in the county now.
Is there really?
Allworthy and Truro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, nothing stays still, do it? Everything changes.
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, you've seen so many changes over the years, haven't you?
Oh, yeah. Well, I went from working horses and ended up driving a combine.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was the difference.
Yeah.
See? And another lot of changes was, well, parish council. I was on the parish council for many years. I was clerk for 11 years.
Right.
But the only thing we had, I was unpaid. There was nothing. You only got your expenses.
Yeah.
They would only deal with footpaths and rights of way.
Yeah.
And that sort of thing, never really very much. But today, everything, you've got somebody that's being paid, and there's a big thing because there's so much planning in all parishes and villages.
Yeah.
Got to be dealt with, and all sorts of modern sort of living.
Yeah. So much red tape. And
yeah, that's right. Yeah. The legal.
Yeah.
We're more caught up in legalities,
Yeah.
One of the things I think back, and years ago, rabbits was a great pest.
Right.
If you till a field of corn and had a lot of rabbits, well, you didn't get any harvest around the outsides of the cornfields.
Right. Yeah.
Which is, of course, quite a big area, really.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unless they was dealt with. Not only that, but they do dig the edges, dig holes in edges, and edges would collapse, and animals would break out.
Yeah, I get it.
And they really were a pest.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they were a great source of food, especially during the war.
Yeah.
Because there was a lot of trappers, a lot of families were trappers.
Yeah.
And they used to collect from Tonkins in St. Column and Trura. Originally, they were the main office was Trura.
Right.
But they had a branch at St. Column, which is where the Eddie Beans of printers are now.
Oh, yes.
That was a rabbit store.
Yeah.
And that's where they were dealt with. And then they would take them out to St. Column Road Station.
Yeah.
And off by train up to London or wherever.
Yeah.
And that was a very valuable source of food.
Yeah.
And of course we boys used to send off moleskins, because moles was also, in a way, a pest, because in the grass fields, you get the heaps, and they would throw up stones with their earth and then damage the machinery when you was cutting hay, and that sort of thing. But that has changed. We used to go bird nesting. Only allowed to take one egg, mind.
Right.
But we used to go bird nesting. But see, things have changed so much. If you went bird nesting now, you wouldn't find hardly anything. No. Because there's been a big reduction in birds and animals.
Yeah. Yeah.
And these skins we used to send to Horace Friend in Wisbech in Cambridgeshire.
Right.
Then we would wait for the postal order to come back.
Get away.
There would be stoat skins and weasels, all sorts, moleskins.
Yeah.
And the fashion, you see, was ladies like that fur coats.
Of course.
But today, that's another thing that's all changed.
Yeah.
And modern farming have drastically reduced the numbers of these things.
Yeah.
There's modern chemicals, and there's very few permanent pasture fields.
Right.
Where fields were in grass for a number of years.
I see.
Now they over and over again they sow ryegrass. They cut it every few weeks.
Yeah.
Ground nesting birds have got no place for nesting.
No.
Pheasants and partridge and. So things have dramatically changed in my lifetime.
Yeah.
But then some things haven't changed. And I've enjoyed all my farming life.
Yeah.
There's certain things you remember. You planted, perhaps you drill in a field of corn in the dark earth. And then suddenly, perhaps of a morning, the sun is rising and you just see a little green sheen over the field where thousands and thousands of grains have burst forth. Making eventually for harvest. And that was always something that was, very, very wonderful. When you bring a new lamb into the world or a calf, there's, no matter how many times you do it, there's still a great mystery and a wonder. And for to have a successful birth, it was quite an achievement. And even like with your own children, it is something you can't really understand, but it's something very, very wonderful. But one of the things I have belonged to for a long while is the Old Cornwall Society.
Oh, right, yeah.
Because their motto is, gather up the fragments while you may.
Yeah.
Because as each generation and each time goes by, history is lost. Memories are lost. And but the Old Cornwall Society, there's over 40 in Cornwall, 40 societies, and I would hope that many people will continue to support them. As I belong to St. Column one, and we got a cry in the next ceremony very shortly. That's a very old tradition. We do a Midsummer Eve bonfire up on Castle and Downess. Every Midsummer Eve. And lots of things. Now there's two things that I've strongly supported over the years, because I think, well, either me or one of my family or somebody that I know will need their help. And one is the air ambulance. And the other one is hospice care. And Cornwall got this amazing way of giving. We're the poorest county, but we're the best givers. And the air ambulance was the first in the country, and it's never had any money from government. It has existed and continues strongly by people who give. And as we said, the people, Cornish people are the poorest, but they're the best givers. My granny had a little saying, and she used to say, it's not the ones that know the most that got the most to say, and it's not the ones that got the most that give the most away.
That is brilliant. That is lovely, isn't it?
And if you think of all the millions of pounds that is taken out of this county every year by people who think they got blue blood and their mates, they should be given back to Cornwall, not taking it away. And the poor shopkeepers now are losing their businesses because the big stores are taking all the custom. And where does all the profit go from the stores? Not staying in Cornwall. So you see, we certainly we certainly need thinking about these things. I've got to say now that, well, when I had my birthday a few weeks ago, my 90th birthday, we had a real good party at St. Wen Village Hall. I do apologise for a lot of people that we couldn't invite, because we even had 150 as it was. And I only heard yesterday there was a collection box for the air ambulance and another one for the hospice, which supplied by the two lots. And the total, which amazed me, and I do say thank you to everybody. I'm so grateful that in those boxes there was 1,250 pounds.
Oh, fantastic. Isn't that brilliant?
It's brilliant. It's brilliant. Not me. I'm not brilliant. No. Just the people.
Yeah, exactly.
And we did have a fantastic time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had Cornish singing and pasties.
Yeah.
And, everybody met everybody else. And
yeah,
it was really a good day.
Brilliant.
So I'm getting towards the end of my little talk now.
Yeah.
There's 2 or 3 things I'd like to sort of pass on.
Yeah.
There's one old farm worker. He never ever rode a bike. He never had a car. He never drove a tractor. He was one of these like original old farm workers.
Yeah.
You know, see, we got now, he would be using, and we use, a lot of tools that perhaps you'd have to go to a museum now to see it.
Yeah.
But I always remember him saying this. He said, "Boy," he says, "I've learned a lot going through life, but what I don't know is still the most."
Yeah.
And isn't that true?
It's true.
Even the most intelligent and the educated man in the world.
Yeah.
That saying would still apply.
Totally.
Wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Because as soon as they know the answer to something, that automatically brings up more questions.
Yeah, definitely.
And I know, I'll finish now with this one. This one would be about 75 years ago, I suppose. Saturday morning, very often, Saturday morning, Dad would say, "I think you ought to go over blacksmith shop day, take a loss over there, if you need a shoe." And over we would go over to St. Wen Church Town. So we always enjoyed over there because the smell was lovely.
Yeah.
The burning of the hoof.
Yeah.
And the Tommy X he's only a little chap. Tommy X would be there, tap, 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 putting in the nails and so on.
Yeah.
And he looked one day, it was just after a new government had come in.
Right. And
he said, "Do you know what?" He said, "This new government is like a bunch of bananas." First thing green.
Yeah.
Then them yellow. And not one of them straight. I think I said it all.
Yeah.
Thank you, David.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, John. And if you want to say goodbye to everybody a minute, that'd be proper.
Well, I do say goodbye. I've said thank you to everybody. Goodbye to everybody. I hope that what I've said wouldn't upset anybody. But as I said, I've enjoyed my farming life, and I've made so many friendships, so I had so many experiences, and well, I gotta say I've been absolutely blessed. I got a marvellous family, and what more could anybody want? Do Guinness. God bless.
Proper job. Do Guinness. Miraz. Well, thank you for that, John. I thought that was brilliant yet again, and I hope you all enjoyed it. I thought for me Cornish word this week I'll do something a little bit different, and 'tis actually a place name, and you'll recognise it from other things as well. But John just lives up the road from a little hamlet called Demelza, and of course you'll recognise it from Poldark, and that's where Winston Graham actually got the name for Demelza, was actually from the hamlet. And I thought I'd use that tonight. In Cornish, it means fort on the hill. So there we are. That's my word for the week. And obviously, since the Poldark TV series years ago when I was younger, and again the later one now, it has become a popular name for Cornish maids as well. And as for me dialect, I'll use one. John give me a lovely sheet of like some Wen area dialect and other words that have been used perhaps throughout Cornwall. And I thought I'd use one of the sayings that we were talking about when we met today for that. And it's similar. I was in conversation with Morgan Skinner a few weeks ago, and he said his mother used a saying, glazing like a stat. And glazing means you staring, and a stat, I think that was another word for a stoat, I think. And John, funny enough, he mentioned a similar one today. And his was glazing like a sticked pig in the moonlight. So there we are, glazing like a sticked pig in the moonlight. So you don't hear that much these days, I tell you. But I did like that one. I thought that was very good. Right, well, I ain't going to say no more now. I am saving up bits and pieces that I will do in the future. Perhaps I might do a monthly catch-up or something. But I don't know about you, but I'm loving all these interviews at the minute. I hope you do too. And I'm thinking there will definitely be another interview next week. But I'll leave you for now. So wish you well. Do Guinness. Curno Bisfican.